Hey guys, it's Joe and Wilson, my 67 VW bus, and today I wanted to talk about my headlights. Before I get started though, I wasn't even sure I was going to get this video off the ground because I came into the garage, noticed a couple of the door cables were a little slack, and upon further inspection, I realized one of the cables was holding on by like a whisker. I got a picture of it to show you. So I spent most of the morning going out and getting some new cables and fixing the door. But what I really wanted to do today is address the headlights on the bus. If you've ever been around old VWs, not just the 6 volts, but even 12 volts like Wilson in 67, the headlights really leave a lot to be desired. The illumination isn't so great, especially when you compare them to the new modern day headlights. So I thought maybe, after I put a new battery in this winter, I put a new Optima yellow battery in the bus, and I thought, maybe I should take a look at upgrading the headlights and how that would turn out. The electric runs all the way from the back, like, I don't know, feels like 400 feet back, but, runs all the way up to the front through, the switch, the headlight switch, the ignition and everything. So it's a pretty long run. And these regular bulbs, these 7-inch bulbs, they draw about 5 amps a piece. So I thought that maybe if I upgraded to like an LED bulb, that I could reduce that. That would drop it down to probably about a 1 amp draw per bulb. Instead of like a 10 amp for the total. So I thought that might be something we should take a look at. And when I started to look around at the cost of an LED 7-inch bulb, they're pretty expensive. There aren't that many options. There are a few companies out there that make them. I think Holly makes one. There's a few other companies, but they're up there. They're a few $100. And I came across a guy online who just happened to be doing an upgrade on another type of car, and he says, I found something really neat that you can buy from Toyota. And what it is, it's part number, I'll give you the part number, I'll put it down in the description too. It's 81110-60P70, and it's an upgrade kit for some of the older Toyota cars. And this kit is really pretty amazing. It comes with not only 7-inch bulbs in the entire complete housing with a replacement bulb. I believe it's the H4 bulb. So you can leave, it has halogen bulbs in there now, but it comes with all the directions. It comes with 2 of these bulbs, a ton of zip ties, and a full wiring harness with the relays, the switches, everything you need. This whole kit from Toyota, factory Toyota part, is $35 with tax. Ridiculous. It's so cheap. So for the price, I thought, I got to give it a shot and see if it works. So I'm not going to leave the halogen bulbs in there. My plan is to put in a replacement, suitable. This is an Oxito. I got this online. It's an LED bulb. It's called it's a M6, I believe. I guess that's the technical term for the socket size. But we'll see if this fits, and I'm sure it fits in the housing, and see how the light pattern is. We'll take some samples of what it looks like on the back of the garage door with the regular lights, and then we'll throw one of these in for comparison. For 35, and this might have been $20. I'd have to look it up, but I think I got it on Amazon. For maybe about $50 or $60, if I can put LED bulbs in here and I can see at night, which would be a big help because I really can't see very well with the current stock bulbs in it. It just doesn't throw enough light. So let's give it a shot. Let's check it out and see if it's worth the money. Okay, let's take a look at the current headlight situation in the bus. I do have the lights on in the garage, but you can see through the Safari window here, that's the current headlights and the pattern and where they are. We'll put some tape on the garage, we'll mark it, and we'll change one bulb, and we'll see if we can notice the difference. All right, let's mark a couple of spots on the garage door. Pretty much the focus point looks like it's right on the crease there between the first 2 panels. Like here and here. To be honest with you, it's a little easier to see it on camera than it is in person. So something like that, I'm thinking. Sort of like the main focus area, and then everything else is sort of spillage. Let's turn the light off. Okay. Now let's take a look at the housing and the bulbs and see how that looks. Okay, this is the Toyota H4 housing. Koto, I think it says. Koito? Koito? I don't know. Not a Toyota person, but comes with the bulbs installed. And these are halogen bulbs. Like I said, I'm going to replace them with these. These are H4 equivalent LED bulbs. Pack of 2, new. So let's try and see if this bulb fits in the housing correctly without any other adjustments or modifications before I go ripping apart the bus. Okay, I believe that we just pull this boot off to start, which may be easier said than done. All right, there it goes. So the boot goes like this. This little top part facing the text at the top, like that. And to the best of my knowledge, this will unscrew, and we can get that bulb out of there. I know we're not supposed to touch the bulbs with our hands, right? Ta-da, there it is. So put that off to the side. And I mean, I guess I could try it with that bulb in there, although I don't really want to run a halogen bulb because those draw a lot of power as well. So let's take a look here at what's in the box. The LEDs. Ooh, gloves. Are you offering me gloves? Oh, look at that. Check that out. Yeah, I'm not getting any endorsements or anything from any of these companies. So, pretty cool though. They're going to give me some gloves. So I'll put those on. And these are, I don't know, Chinese, I'm going to assume. A user manual for a headlight. Well, how convenient. Headlight. Put on headlight. Installation tips. Nah, we don't need those. All right, this should be the same. All right. Bulb configuration. Same pinout, right? H4 is H4. So we're going to put the, like I said, the other bulb aside. And this should fit in just like the other one came out. And it's got these 3 tabs. It looks like 2 smaller, or maybe small, medium, large. It should fit in there just like the other one came out. Is it keyed the same way? I believe so. You know what? Just in case, I've got the other one here, just to make sure. And it looks like 3 pins, open spaces towards the bottom. Always want to be extra. Yep, 3 pins, open space towards the bottom. We should be able to put this. I don't see any interference in the housing. Nothing seems to be touching. Just double check it again real quick. Yeah, it's got a reflector in there. Nothing touching. So we get this back on here, turn it and lock it, and then we'll get back to the actual bus. Okay, so we did find the first adjustment. I got the ring on there. You have to push down these little tabs around the ring to get it to lock on. A little finger pinchers there, but it works. It locks in there, no problem. But then going to put the boot on, I noticed that the outside diameter of the new LED bulb is not the same as the original halogen one. So There's definitely a gap. I mean, I could read it, except I'm doing the video, so the camera's in the way. So I'm going to have to cut this boot down just a little bit in order for it to slip on the thicker shaft here of the LED bulb. So let me do that, and then I'll show you the end result. All right, taking apart a 67 VW headlight assembly, pretty easy. You got this one main screw that holds everything on, and simply undoing this screw, it's kind of all that holds the headlight assembly in there. There's a clip here on this side that holds on to the ring. There's also two screws. Those are the adjustments for the headlight. I did make some adjustments earlier. I hope I don't have to make any more adjustments. But just taking this screw out, which is pretty simple. I have a camera in my face at the moment, so it makes it a little bit harder. And dropping the bolt is always a fun part too. So once it's off, you can see this is the running lamp, I guess we're going to call it. And this is the assembly here. We're going to take this all apart and get the headlight out. Okay, so here we go with fitment issue number 2. Once you have the headlight assembly disassembled and these little spring clips that hold it to this part of the housing here, there's an inner ring that has 3 slots, and these slots go around the glass part, the back side of the bulb. So as you can see, they fit here. I've already marked it because when I try to fit this ring on the new Toyota piece, you can see they don't go down all the way. The back of the bulb housing is a little wider on all 3. So I have options to either take the Toyota housing and cut that apart and bend it and weld it and do whatever I got to do, or make 3 simple marks, or 2 marks on each of these recesses and just sort of make them a little bit bigger. I don't think it's going to affect it much if I put the original bulb back in. So we're going to go with that option. So I was able to grind down a little bit of that housing there, those tabs fit in just fine. Put the spring clips back on, got the boot on, got the assembly in the outer housing, I'm going to call it. The only thing I see so far is because the new bulb is not sort of rounded, it's more of a square face bulb, it does seem to come in contact with the, we'll call this the running lamp, parking lamp. I may have to swap that out for a different style, or maybe a smaller bulb. I don't know. We're going to see. I may just take it out for now just to see if the light does what I want it to do, and then worry about that afterwards. I'm working on this as I go. So I'm going to plug it all back in. I want to make sure that this the new bulb, once I put the connector on it, is fitting in there fine. It's not hitting the back of the inner housing. I don't think it will, but I don't know yet. So we're going to find out. So here's the lamp assembly in the housing, minus the cover, because I dropped it, so I have to order new ones. Actually, I just ordered a new set, so I'm not too happy about that. Didn't get it on video, which is good, because the expletives, I'm sure, would not be approved for YouTube. But this is the bulb. I know it works, the housing. Let's see, let's turn the light on. So that's the new LED. That's the old incandescent. Can I get them both in one shot? Yeah, I can. Let's turn the light off and take a look at the wall. So now the left one isn't. It's adjusted a little high, but I don't have it screwed in. So without the cover. So definitely more light. Definitely going to be brighter. So as I'm waiting for my new headlight covers to come in, I took a look at this bulb, the parking lamp bulb that goes here in the side, and it was hitting the side of the new headlight, the LED headlight. So what I ended up doing is purchasing some new replacement LED bulbs. They're not in the package because I've already installed them. The bulb actually is about right halfway on the new bulb housing for the new LED lights. So I had to, I don't know if you can see that, I basically just took the plastic cover off and I cut it back about halfway with the Dremel. It wasn't hard. Took, put a piece of tape on it and just ran the Dremel on it, and then I snapped that little cover back on the little LED light. So now I have a nice LED bulb to go with my LED bulb, and that's definitely going to help out, better light, and then also less amperage draw on the whole electrical system, which is my second part of my main goal. But I found out why my headlight cover fell out, and that's because I was missing all of the little clips. So I don't know if a few years ago I put it back in without the clips. I'm not really sure, but I need to pick up just a few more of these, and these go behind the glass bulb here, and they snap in and they hold everything all together, and I didn't have any. So still waiting for my new covers to come, but I'm going to run up to the local VW shop, Pegasus, and see if he's got a few of these, and then I can reassemble everything and show you the final results. Okay, we're finished with the LED headlight upgrade for my 67 VW bus, and what should have been a afternoon project has been a 2-week ordeal. And why 2 weeks, you ask? Well, the headlight cover that I broke on this side, which was completely my fault, slipped out of the headlight here and hit the towel rack, shattered into 5 pieces. And it was nice. It was these really nice, I think they're Italian aftermarket, I'm not sure, nice fluted lens covers. I really loved them. They were marked left and right, top, and well, they're gone now. I can't seem to find them. So I ordered another set from a company in California, and in their infinite wisdom, they shipped them up through Canada, and they got locked up for 2 weeks in an FDA customs hold in Memphis, Tennessee. Why, I have no idea, but they eventually came here, and they're nice. They're, again, the fluted lenses that I like. So I installed them today, put everything back together, and the reason that the headlight fell out is because all the clips that should have been in here, I had accidentally put them in that headlight over there. So there should be 7 clips total, 4 on the inner ring to hold the headlight into the bucket, and then 3 on the outer to hold the lens cover onto the ring. And I finally got everything installed correctly, put a little rubber washer behind the set screw, and now they're finished. So you can take a look at my LED parking lamps. There you go. And these are the LED headlights. And I do have high beams. I just can't put them on at the moment because I don't have my steering wheel in. I took that out to restore that. So I am very happy with the project itself. Basic hand tools, no real permanent modification. I made slight little, maybe 1/8 inch adjustments to the inner bezel ring, which you can't see at all, and it won't affect that holding the regular bulb if I want to put everything back. Basic hand tools, like I said, and in all total, $35 for the Toyota kit for the H4 buckets, another $30 for an LED bulb for an H4 LED bulb, and $20 for the little LED parking lamp. So about $85 is what it took to get this entire kit upgraded, saving my electrical system from probably maybe a 12 amp draw down to maybe 2 or 3. So less taxing on my electrical system, better light. The pattern is the same on the on the back of the garage door here. It hasn't changed at all. Just the color of the light is nice and bright and white, and it's much brighter. I'll be able to see, and I won't blind the oncoming traffic. So all in, like I said, about 85 bucks. I'm real happy with the results. And if you want to do this upgrade for your VW or for another car, I'll put the parts in the description in the video below. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.